Everyone, what it is, everybody, what it is. All right, let me see if I can fix my background. Well, I guess that's what we're gonna be looking at. I wish I could move this though, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? Greetings. You do the same, brother. You do the same. You do the same. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody on TikTok? I'm on TikTok and Instagram, so y'all gonna be seeing me looking on both phones. Give everybody a second to get in here. Greetings, beautiful greetings. Hey now, what's up, y'all? Y'all ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Today I'm gonna go ahead and go right into it because I only want to be live about 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? About 45 minutes. You know what I'm talking about? I only want to be live about 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Today is day one. And please give me a chance to stunt. Okay? Can I get some time? Can y'all give me a second to stunt before y'all leave out of here like he ain't talking about nothing? Can y'all just give me a chance to stunt? You ain't never seen a practitioner do what I'm about to do. Y'all remember the first 52 days of ritual if you've been rocking with me for a while, right? Y'all remember the first 52 days of ritual, right? It was bussing, right? Like I was going crazy, but I burned out on day 14 because I was going too hard. So for this new set of the 52 days of ritual, and if you don't know what the 52 days of ritual is, welcome to my life. All right. So this next set, don't ever call me Georgie. Not in your life. All right? Not in your life. Like, who renames people? Don't do that. I mean, that's my government name. But my name is King Soon. To you, forevermore. To you, forevermore. Don't ever call me Georgie. Have you lost your mind? Anyway, let me stunt. So, this... From where? IT. I don't know what you're talking about. I remember. Jog my memory one time. Okay, so during this 52 days of ritual, we're going to do it different. All right? We're going to do it different this time because last time I would get on live. The problem was this. Oh, the movie It. Don't play with me. Anyway, you don't want these jokes. I got time. Always got time for jokes. But last time I did the 52 days of ritual, and we're going to get started in a moment, so be patient with me. Today's the spoil me mantra ritual, though. That's what today is, so stick around. We finna go in. Last time I did the 52 days of ritual, I burned out because I was going live every day. And I was teaching, doing the talking points for the rituals, and then everybody would send their payments in. Then I would go to Michael's and get the material. Come back home. Put the ritual together. And then do the ritual. You know what I'm saying? I burned out because of that. So during this 52 days of ritual, only a few of the rituals, maybe 15 out of the 52, will be done in classic ritual style. Because what Spirit had explained to me, and I'm going to explain it to y'all, and I'm going to explain this every day for the next 52 days on these live streams, Instagram, TikTok, I am the ritual. The money mantra the power behind the money mantra is me. The power behind the spoil me mantra is me. The power behind the dream mantra is me. The power behind the protection prayer is me. And I didn't notice on the first set, which was last year, the first set of the 52 days of ritual, I didn't notice that I was the freaking ritual or the conduit for energy in that moment. And so I'm burning myself out. You know what I'm saying? Like I was burning myself out. Like I was just like, man, I'm really tired. So at day 14, I just shut down. This time I'm not stopping. And I said, let me stunt for a moment because you ain't never seen a practitioner do this. None. Not a now, not a none of them. Not a now, not a none of them. Not a now, not a none of them. Everything that I'm doing and will be doing for the next 52 days. 52. Thank you for the gifts. 52 days will be full-blown rituals live. And how I'm going to do it is how I did it before. But this time I'm doing it all in your face right now. Because it doesn't necessarily take me to have to go to the store to get candle. If y'all know me, you know I don't need a candle. If I needed a candle, I would have told you to light a candle when I dropped the money mantra on TikTok. Like, go light a candle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't tell you to do that for a reason, because you ain't have to, because I'm the ritual. My energy was being fed on. So we're going to do it right this time. So every day it's going to be, I'm going to write a new mantra or code or incantation for every day of ritual. And at some point during today's ritual, I'm going to get ideas from y'all of what y'all want the rituals to be for the next 52 days. I'm going to write a whole new incantation every single day for each ritual. That means 52 new mantras about to bust the block. You know what I'm saying? 52. It's a lot, yeah? Not really. I can write hella. So 52 new mantras, and during each ritual, is this going to be recorded on your page? No. I'll put some clips, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I'll put some clips, maybe. But this is what the ritual covers, okay? Because I don't want nobody, because I have to put something out there and I have to say this, and I'm not trying to bring no negativity in. But the other day I did the ritual for which one did I do the other day? I'll be so in the ethers, bro. I'm trying to think. I'm trying. Oh, the business ritual, right? Somebody, and I'm not putting a price on this 52 days. Because last time I did 52 days, it was $65 a ritual. People was like, I can't do it today. And I understand that. So now I just found another way that's easy for the both of us. All these rituals for the next 52 days are going to be donation based. So your donation is based off of whatever you can or want to donate for the ritual. Okay, that's my deal for you. But I need to tell you something, man, before I even get started. If you send a donation, please don't request a refund. That is the brokest, most poverty conscious thing that you can do. Like, why would you send a donation if you needed it back? And the excuse in my Cash App for this one donation, it was just one. The excuse in my Cash App for this one donation was that they sent it to the wrong person. The biggest lie ever told, because the caption on the donation said donation. And so in my head, I'm frustrated because I'm not necessarily worried about the donation. It's what it does to my Cash Apps. You know what I'm saying? It's what it could potentially do. Every time somebody requests a refund, there's a chance they could shut my Cash App down, or my PayPal, or my Zelle. You know what I'm saying? Or my Apple Pay. And so you don't do that. Like, I had to block the lady. If she watching right now, you can leave. That's the brokest shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like, I ain't never seen nothing like that. If you struggling that hard, then don't send a donation, because I'm not turning you away because you can't participate. I'm not turning you away because you don't have money. If you absolutely don't have money, you can still totally participate in the ritual. Just follow my instructions during this live stream. Whatever I'm asking of you to do is a part of the ritual. Like, I ain't griping about your money. Like, don't do that. Like, don't do that. I done blocked her on my Cash App. She couldn't get a sneeze of oxygen from me if she tried. Now, like, you done really messed up, bro. Like, you done. Come on now. I ain't never had to block nobody on Cash App. That's weird. So today's ritual, each ritual every day for the next 52 days will include the mantra or the incantation or the spell, whatever word you're comfortable with. Oh, you're most welcome. Get it, cuzzo. Do your stuff. No, you said it right. Not viral, vital. It was vital. Look. What's my platform about? Magic, hoodoo, the releasing of energy, the connecting to energies, spirit work, shadow work, the whole nine. Living your life 100% authentic. My platform is about magic. Say your yellow's fire. Thank you. You know, two times. But each ritual, each day is going to consist of us doing the mantras. It's going to consist of us doing the mantras. I'm going to be teaching all of this within 30 to 45 minutes. I'm not going to be on here all day with everybody. So teaching the mantra and channeling. Okay. The channeling will work per whatever spirit is saying to me during this time frame. Okay. And I will be paying attention to as many comments as I can. Today, I want to do something special since we're doing the Spoil Me mantra. So I got my ancestor money over here with me, and I want to write everybody's names down who are going to be participating. So that part will come where I ask for your name. So just be prepared for that. Not right now. Don't comment. I'm not even going to look at it. But that part will come. I ask that during this 52 days, if you're going to participate, what is the cost? A donation. A donation. A donation. Whatever you can afford. Don't cheat me, because I'm not going to cheat you. Don't cheat me, because I'm not going to cheat you, because it's more than a ritual. You're getting a lesson. And if you really paying attention, and if your eye really open, 444 on my clock, Ashe, if your eye really open, you're learning more lessons than one. Because as I perform these rituals, you should be gaining insight into what you could do for yourself. I'm never going to leave y'all hanging, and I'm never going to treat y'all like y'all ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I'm always teaching. I'm always willing to give. This time I'm learning to give to myself, which is what Spoil Me taught me when I wrote it. You got to give to yourself. And I'm like, how can I give to myself while giving to the people without the people thinking I'm greedy? That disturbed me. It had me stuck for a minute. I was like, how do I do that? Well, I can just do a donation base. I can just do a donation base. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. And remember this, and anybody that come in here, because sometimes when I'm channeling, it look like I'm reading the comments, but I'm really not. I'm looking at you. You see, I'm peering into your soul. You know what I'm saying? If somebody comes in here and they tell you and they say, oh, I can't afford this, please explain to them what I just said about if you can't afford it. I don't want, say hi, King, hi, spiritual family. What it is, fam, what it is, family. I don't want to have to keep explaining that, okay? I don't want to have to keep explaining that to people. I need people to understand when they show up on my page that they're safe. So explain to them in the comments if you can. Explain to them in the comments that even if they don't have money, they are welcome here. And don't make them feel stupid for not having money. Make them feel welcome. Make them feel safe. My platform is supposed to be a safe space. So I don't want no bullying in my comments. I don't want nobody saying, ugh, you getting on my nerves, child. How they getting on your nerves? You ain't the one live. How is that even possible? You know what I'm saying? Don't be rude. Be nice. Be kind. Be loving. Be open to the fact that people are, because we already started the ritual for those who have an eye to see and ears to hear. Some people are struggling so bad. And I'm going to try to keep looking at Instagram too. Let me try to turn my phone this way some. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to adjust some stuff real quick because I got to be able to look at both platforms. I know Instagram, he ain't even looking at us. Hi, y'all. Hi, y'all. I need y'all to understand this one thing. And if you're going through any kind of money troubles right now, you're going to understand exactly what I'm saying. This is why I'm saying these rituals are different. You ain't never seen a practitioner do it like this. You ain't gonna never see a practitioner do it like this. I'm setting myself apart and I'm building my brand because the world gonna know me one way or another. Not just for ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. But I love how King Soon's magic comes to me. For real. So for those of you who have been struggling with money and troubles like that, I need you'll understand what I'm about to say. But some people are so broke. Some people are so broke that their next 2 to 3 paychecks are already gone. And so with that attitude, with that mindset, with that pressure on them, they approach people broke. They approach people like I'm broken. I'm at the lowest of my low and I don't have nothing. And so when they come in here, they're going to already be sensitive. This is why I'm telling y'all to be nice, be kind. You know what I'm saying? Be kind. They're going to come in here already feeling sensitive. So don't tease them, because if they broke and you laugh at them, it could be you next. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a practitioner of many different lanes. So if you laugh and you mock anybody in here, the result will be on you times 10. I declare it so. Don't play with me. Don't do that, bro. We don't laugh at people because they're struggling. We laugh at they struggle because they about to be broken free from it. That's what we laugh at. We laugh at they struggle. We laugh at their problems because their problems can't hold on to them no longer. If you're going to laugh at something, laugh at the thing that's trying to hold them back so we can declare that thing to let them go. But don't be rude. If I see you being rude in here, my moderators will block you. They will block you from this live. I don't want no inbox from you. I don't care about your sob story. I was just joking. We can joke, we can laugh, we can smile. But when it comes to magic, when it comes to breaking souls free from their binds and their bondage, that is not a time to crack jokes. There's a time for laughter, then there's a time for work. Right now, we grinding. We grinding on this healing. We grinding on this worthy energy. This is what we finna sit in today. We finna sit in the I'm worthy energy. I'm worthy. So I don't care if you in here right now. I don't care what your situation look like. I tell y'all all the time, stop worrying about what your situation look like and look at your situation. Anybody in here that's ever struggled, ain't never had no money, and I mean, you ain't never got no money. Have I ever turned you away? Have I ever treated you like a little brokey? Like, oh, you broke. I can't even rock with you. Your wealth don't start in your pocket. It starts in your soul. That's why even people who don't have money, I rock with. Just because you don't have money, like physical money in your pocket, doesn't mean you're not wealthy. Look at these comments that say never. I'm not mean, but I will snap. It's two sides to a coin. And sometimes that coin be spinning. Like you'll see me smiling, frowning, crying, laughing. It'd be spinning. You know what I'm saying? Not going to turn y'all away because you don't have no money. I know what it's like to not have no money. I know what it's like to need help and can't get none. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like to seek assistance and you feel like you're doing too much. Like, I know what it feels like to be going through something. You don't want to tell nobody because you think you're getting on everybody's nerves. Well, let me tell you something. Your problems are not mine, which means you cannot get on my nerves. Like, you cannot get on my nerves. Your problems are not mine. So come in here with appreciation in your heart because I'm allowing y'all to use my frequency in this time. Thank you for your donation already. I ain't even started. Well, we started already, but I ain't even started the mantra portion. And I'm going to have instructions for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have instructions. There's going to be work that you're going to do. And like I said, if you have an eye to see during this 50, by day 52, you should be a stronger spiritualist because we going to go in. Like we gonna go in. We gonna talk hoodoo, magic, intention. For those that don't believe in magic and intention and you're religious, we're gonna talk about authority, the authority that the Most High gave you before you ever step foot in this realm. We're gonna talk about it all. Like, and I want this to be something that, because this is my desire for my results at the end of this. For myself personally, at the end of this, I want this to, is it every day at the same time? I'm going to try to go live a little earlier than this so I don't get on my neighbors' nerves. Because people in Dallas, Texas go to work. So, like, it's different from living in Vegas where if I'm home, my neighbor's probably home too because they've been partying, so they ain't going to work. But they actually go to work. So I want to do it more towards, like, between 12 and 3 p.m. CST. Because I want everybody to be able to participate. It all depends. You just got to look out and watch out. You know what I'm saying? You got to look out and watch out. Because some rituals do need to be done at night. Some rituals will be done at night. Like somebody said, a couple people have told me they want to do the banishing of poverty. And I want to do that, but I want to do it in the night. I want to do that one at night because that one's going to be a little sad. I'm going to be playing a little bit of funeral music. So I want it to be in the night. I'm going to be in my dark magic bag when I do that. That's the dark magic bag. That's because I can't be nice to poverty. Like, please, poverty, could you leave the lives of the people in this live alone? No. I'm going to treat poverty like it's trash because it's trash. It's a spirit, but it's trash. I ain't finna give it nothing. You're welcome. So yeah, during this 52 days, you should upgrade a whole lot. The ritual is more than what you will receive. The ritual is the activations within you of your worth on all levels. Do you do any work during the full moon? No, not because it's the full moon. I do work every day. I don't care what the universe is in. I don't care about none of that. Like what I do care about is getting the results. Hold on, because my live on Instagram done crashed out. And it does that from time to time. Let me fix this. I think the phone was like overheating. I know they over here like, what the hell, bro? And I wanted to do it on both platforms at the same time so that I can not have to go live on both platforms. I mean, not have to go live individually on both platforms. That would be really, really annoying, actually. Let's do it again. Instagram, stop playing with me. But yeah, so there's going to be a lot of, will you post to like give us a reminder? I'll do my best to. I'll give you my word on that. I'll do my best to post to give y'all a reminder, because I want my head it just be so on go. Like, it just be so on go. Like, so sometimes I forget, but I guess that's your way of holding me accountable to keep up with my social media. So thank you for that. Hold me accountable. And if it ever get past like 5 p.m. and y'all see me go live, somebody better text me, bruh, and just cuss me out very lightly. Say, King, get your ass up. King, get your ass up. Y'all can't hear me on Instagram? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? So we're going to go ahead and get started. And y'all can always set your notifications. Thank you so much, beautiful. Y'all can always set your notifications on my TikTok page. Hell, you can set it in the live right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get to a portion of this live stream. Give me a second. Let me... So the thought, before I get to playing the mantra, the thought form that I want you to hold today is I am worthy, okay? I can't even see that. 58, 65, 56. Okay. The thought form that I want you to hold in your mind today is I am worthy. I want you to go get your pen and your piece of paper. And to the person that said the business ritual made you think of a business idea, good. That was the goal. That was the freaking goal. You know what I'm saying? That was the goal. Get your pen and your notepad, take some notes. I'm definitely finna be channeling for the next 30 to 45 minutes. When I ask y'all to send in y'all donations to the Cash App, that's when y'all do it. Just hold off on that for a second, because I want to get into the groove of it. I want y'all to start feeling it. If you feel like getting up and dancing, that's what I want you to do, because a lot of y'all need to understand that during this 52 days of ritual, it's going to be a whole lot of activations. And you need to understand your version of activation. What makes you activate? Do you get up and dance? Are you a foot tapper, a leg rocker? Are you one of them people that do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, because if that's what you do, that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to operate in that energy. I want you to sit in that energy. But today's energy, the goal is I am worthy. So on that piece of paper, I want you to write your name, your first and your last name, your social media name, whichever one you choose, or all of them, since y'all got multiple personalities and they all got names. I want you to write your name out, and I want you to write this code under it, right? I want you to write 586556. 586556. 586556. And under that, I want you to write spoil me because I am worthy. Spoil me because I am worthy. Okay? I want you, and I'm gonna be, of course you already know, while I'm channeling, I'm gonna be while we listening, I'm gonna be talking. So just expect it. Don't nobody judge me. Y'all know my motto. Don't judge me, judge your mama. Like, don't judge me, judge your mama. Y'all ready? I'm excited. And I want y'all to pray my strength in the Lord. Pray my strength. 52 days of this. If I want to see greater results in my life, I have to step it up too. I can't keep telling y'all to step it up and I not step it up. I'm stepping it up because after day 52, I want to be in a whole new place in my life, a whole new level of success, a whole new level of reach. So I ask while y'all in here, like tomorrow, like if you attend this and you participate in this ritual today, I want you to invite some people tomorrow. I want to see upwards of 6,000-7,000 people watching. The reason I want that is the further I reach, the deeper I'll get with my work for the world. I promise you that. You have my word. Watch. Just watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. Shee. Let's get it. Let's get into it.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings, enjoy it.
I'm what?
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
I'm ready.
My mind and my energy steady.
It's steady.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy.
Y'all know it.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy.
Can y'all hear that?
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably.
Hey.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready.
It's already happening.
Steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water.
I'll ask y'all for cash apps in a moment. Hold off.
Spoil me. Everything
Let me do some work first. Let me earn my donation first.
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
To the young lady or the young ladies in here, I don't care if you're in your 70s. I'm always call you a young lady, okay?
Spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving.
Spirit said,
I'm open to it.
I'm channeling with the spirit of hoodoo. Let me be clear. Spirit said on that same piece of paper, whether it be on the front or the back, on that same piece of paper, because you're worried about Christmas. And I understand. I understand. You're worried about Christmas. You're worried about how you gonna do it. How you gonna? It's your children you're worried about. You're tired of not being able to give them a Christmas. I hear it like I just seen it plain as day. It's crazy. That's like the first thing that popped up in my head over spoil me. So I don't think that people understand in that post how to use spoil me. They just think it's another viral sound, which is why I'm doing this 52 days. I got to show the world who I am so they don't play with me no more. Like, don't play with me. Like, I'm not just trying to make sounds for you to bop to. I do magic, spells, incantations, witchcraft, if you want to call it that. I'm a dimensional shaman. But I want you to write on that piece of paper your children's names.
It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it
and I want you to the best of your abilities. To the best of your abilities. I want you to write on that piece of paper your children's names, and to the best of your abilities, I want you to rub your fingers over their name constantly. And while you're rubbing your fingers over their name constantly, this is what I told you I'll be channeling. I want you to rub your fingers over their name constantly. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to see someone knocking on your door, knocking and handing you the gifts that you want to get them for Christmas. Some of y'all been planning Christmas since March, and you still ain't nowhere near being able to even buy your son or your daughter a Etch-a-Sketch if they still have those. You couldn't buy them a fidget spinner if you wanted to right now.
Like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the
follow my instructions. This is a ritual.
Flow is so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me.
The problem is you don't believe you're worthy.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady.
Who says you gotta bust your hump to be able to afford Christmas when there's somebody in your vicinity that wants to bless you? But because you're so strong and independent, and I don't need nobody, this goes for you, fellas. Too, it's also for you too. You're so strong, you're so independent, you don't need nobody, that your blessings keep walking past your front door. We're not having that no more. What is the code for today? I am worthy.
Receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready.
You ain't even worried about Thanksgiving if you celebrate those holidays. You know what I'm saying? I don't really celebrate holidays, but I understand y'all. You know what I'm saying? I understand where y'all coming from with this, okay? But I need you to understand this, and I need you to understand it well. Because if you keep existing under the template of it's going to be hard, it's always going to be hard. If you keep existing under the template of it's going to be a struggle, it's always going to be a struggle.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil.
I need you to talk to yourself better than that. I need you to understand that you don't have to work hard to be blessed. I'm going to hammer this into y'all head for the next 52 days of the 52 days of ritual. I'm going to hammer this in your head. You don't need to do anything to deserve a blessing.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady.
The problem is, you're so used to being the giver that you don't know how to put your hand out to receive. Everybody drop your pens right now. Meet my hands at the screen. Meet my hands at the screen.
My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy.
Meet my hands at the screen.
Spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably.
I ain't asking for nothing. I'm giving to you. Meet my hands at the screen.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my
Instagram, that go for you too.
I'm open
Don't
to
play
it
with me.
and I'm ready.
Play with somebody else.
Energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11,
now,
so lucky like 7,
when my hands were out just now and I'm handing you a blessing, I felt the vibration leaving my hand.
My energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings.
Why did you say, I wish I could give him a blessing?
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
I'm on your head.
Everything wants to spoil me.
I'm on your
It
head.
comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably.
I feel like somebody slapped my hand.
My mind and my energy steady.
I feel like somebody slapped my hand just now.
Spoil me, spoil me.
Your problem is, you don't know how to receive.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving.
Let this be the last time somebody got to tell you.
To it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady.
Let this be the last time somebody got to tell you.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
The problem is you don't know how to receive. You feel bad for wanting things. Screw what you need.
Open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy
you can't even go for what you want.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything
you want to not have to worry all the time. You want to live a life of ease. Some of y'all want to get into your soft feminine era. You know what I'm saying? You want to have all your bills paid. You want to get a new car. You want a new house. You want to have more food in your refrigerator. You want to go eat your favorite things. You want to be able to go out and experience life. But instead of actually feeling like you deserve that, you feel like you got to put the things that make you smile on the back burner to take care of everybody else. That stops today.
Everything wants to spoil me.
Now.
Comes down to 11, so lucky like 7,
now.
Receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy.
You got a bad habit.
Spoil me, spoil me.
You got a bad habit.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7,
you got a bad habit.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows.
Do not be ashamed of the fact that you love taking care of everybody. If you're going to be ashamed of anything, be ashamed of the fact that you won't allow nobody to take care of you.
Open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy.
For those just joining in, this is a ritual. And I will ask for my donation for this ritual momentarily. So be prepared. And if you don't have the donation for the ritual, I still want you to participate. Welcome to the function. 52 days of ritual is what we on. This is day 1. And we already hot and heavy. We already hot and heavy. Let me tell you something. Let me pause this real quick. When you live your life based off of what you can give to others and only what you can give to others, all you need to write, somebody tell them what to write on a piece of paper. Pay attention to the comments. I don't want to have to go back to that. I'm sorry. It's just too much to... It's throwing me off track of what I'm trying to say. But when you live your life based off of what you can only give to others, you're really setting your blessings on auto for other people. And what I mean by setting your blessings on auto, that means everything that touches your hand is only touching your hand momentarily. It's temporary. It ain't going to stay with you. It's not going to stick with you. It's not going to stick around you. It's not going to multiply. It's not going to do any of that. Your next 2 paychecks already in somebody else's pocket. Your next meal is already in somebody else's stomach. You know what I'm saying? Your next blessing, your next open roadway, your next opportunity is already being passed on to the next person because you're trying to live this humble, meek life. Like, well, whatever God give me, I'll be satisfied with. That whole I'm satisfied, you lying. You're not satisfied. You just haven't found the balance in learning to receive just as much as you give. You haven't found that balance yet. And you need to find that balance, because it's very dangerous for you to try to live above the clouds thinking that life is going to be okay with you when your life force is the very thing you're using to sustain other people's lives. How can that turn out well for you? You wonder why you're sick, huh? It's not because everybody around you is low vibrational or negative or nasty or foul or evil. It's because when you're just now building up your energy to get to your own life, somebody shows up and needs help and you haven't learned to say no yet. You haven't learned to say no yet. Your no got to come with an excuse. My no is a complete sentence. Ask anybody who know me. My no is a complete. If I say no, no. Don't worry about why I'm saying no, because if I got to explain it to you, you can never ask for anything of me again. Most people in your life are inconsiderate about what you're going through because you're the go-to person for help. You're the go-to. How are you supposed to live like that? How are you supposed to live? How are you supposed to thrive if you're the go-to person for everybody's issues? I don't care how much of a healer you are. I don't care how deep of a healer you are. I don't care how chosen you believe you are. When you stop mattering, when you put yourself on the back burner for everybody else's problems, you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer. It's cool, Antonio. I'm gonna put up a prayer for you, and don't worry. That health ritual is coming. The health ritual is coming. Said, but I'm a supervisor. That's no excuse for you to overextend. As a supervisor, think of the term supervisor. That means you're an overseer. You oversee. If I have to keep directing you, that means you didn't listen to that you ain't listened the first time. Are you trying to be a cool supervisor that don't say nothing to correct employees? Or do you want to be the authoritative supervisor that says, I'm gonna write your behind up if you don't do what you need to be doing? You probably trying to play it cool at your job. But it's draining you. It's harming you. It's not doing you any good. Back to it. For those just coming in, it's the 52 days of ritual. Everything I'm doing is a ritual. I'm not just teaching. I'm activating you. Welcome. Welcome. Moderators, please put my Cash App in the comments, because right now is when y'all send y'all donation for this ritual. And for those that miss it, I'll ask again for it shortly. And this is not free. This is a ritual. It's not free. This is a ritual / clash / activation / It's not free, but it's about to be 52 days of this. We finna go hard. Because I'm tired of y'all walking around like you weak when you know you're the strongest. I'm tired of you walking around like you unworthy while telling everybody else they're worthy. I'm tired of y'all walking around like you don't deserve to live the best life that you desire when you tell everybody else that they deserve that. You done spent nights crying on the floor with people you ain't even friends with no more. You done spent years in a relationship with a person who never poured into you, and even when they were torturing you and being narcissistic, you still tried to pour into them. You've done enough of overextending your hand. This ain't happening no more, bruh. I'll be the one to tell you. You can call it tough love. You can call it whatever you want. If it hurts your feelings, that means you're due for an upgrade. That means you're due for an upgrade. Moderators, please put my Cash App in the comments. I can pin a comment on Instagram. That's easy. Not on TikTok, though. Oh, no. That's too much like right, TikTok. That's too much like right. And the donation is whatever you can afford. That's my rule. That's my law for donation-based rituals. So whatever you can afford. So I don't want you to overextend yourself. It's just whatever it is and whatever it's worth to you. I don't want you to overextend yourself, because I swear to God, if one more person try to get a refund for a donation, I'm going to find your number and I'm going to call you and I'm going to roast you for 6 hours straight. I'm going to talk about your bank account for 3.5 of those. I'm like, yup. Until your Cash App got a Band-Aid on it. It's been injured. It's been injured. Peace, Intuitive Ivory. Hold on, I'm putting my Cash App in the comment on Instagram. Y'all know I crack jokes. Let's get back to it. Y'all know I be cracking jokes. Don't play with me. I'm telling you, somebody really asked for a refund.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
I mean, they ain't listening to nothing because it ain't just the ritual.
It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably.
Said you spoke to my whole experience right now. First time here. Is it? Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the function.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything
Welcome to the function where we love on one another, where we don't judge one another unless you pop in here judgmental. Then we on your skull cap. Can't call it bullying if you started it. Welcome to the function. Welcome to healing. Welcome to activations. Welcome to rituals. Welcome to upgrades. Whatever you need is in this space. And if you feeling low, and you feeling like it's all over, be honest in the comments. There are people in here literally waiting to love on you.
Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready.
Like literally. I'm not playing. I'm serious.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
This is a safe space to heal.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it.
The yellow looks good on you, sir. Thank you.
My energy steady.
It's something new. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to step my style up.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
First time in your life. Hi everyone. Greetings. We're having a ritual. If you're uncomfortable with rituals, please leave. I'm not trying to offend you. That's not my role here.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy. Spoil me.
And by the way, before the ladies in here.
It comes down to 11.
Yeah, that's the new name, Wild Wealthy Shaman.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the
before anybody in here go, where's your water?
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me.
And it's got cucumber in it. I spruced it up. Not spruce, but I spruced it up. And I gotta finish that whole gallon before the night. Tonight.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
Tonight. That's gonna be tough. I was supposed to start drinking it this morning, but I was lollygagging.
Open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in.
Okay, during this during this portion of the ritual, if you're dealing with any blocks with receiving blessings, I want you to comment it right now. I'm telling we finna do this for 52 days straight. I ain't never seen it, bro. I'm so lit. I'm so lit.
Spoil me, spoil me. Everything you want to
You thought it was milk?
It comes down to 11, so
you want me to be on the toilet, huh? I'll leave the live and get on the. Don't play. I've done it before, especially when I was in Mexico. I left the live to go use the bathroom. I was not playing. I had the bubblies.
Everything wants to spoil me.
I had the bubblies, and I couldn't like.
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
I couldn't do nothing about it. So no, it ain't milk. So if you're dealing with an issue with receiving, I want you to comment what your issue is.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the
see, Shatisha, you remember I left the live. I said I gotta take a dookie.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving.
What is your problem with receiving? My pride. What is your okay, cool. I told y'all this 52 days is not just a break. This is not your regular run-of-the-mill ritual. Okay? You said your pride. I'm gonna try to read as many comments as I can, so please bear with me. You said your pride. I want you to sit in your channel right now, and I want you to tell me exactly what your pride is telling you. Because I'm about to tell it to shut up.
I'm open to it.
Because pride has this sneaky ability. It's very sneaky. Pride is sneaky. And as a man, the one thing I know better than anything is pride.
It comes down to 11,
I was taught that a man without pride ain't a man at all. So I know pride. Like I know pride. Okay, pride is very sneaky when it comes to blocking your blessing. Pride will have you thinking, although you know you need help, although you know you deserve to receive what you're supposed to receive, although you know you're worthy of it, pride will tell you that you're not gonna get it because you can go get it yourself. So I'm tired, I'm frustrated, I'm this, I'm that, don't matter to pride. Pride is skipping over that. Pride is saying do it yourself, but you're too tired to do anything. And so it cuts you off from the sources of receiving. Used to helping, not receiving. Switch that. Matter of fact, what's today? Today's Sunday, right? Sunday.
Receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water.
Arrogance. Arrogance is not a problem until arrogance gets in the way of you being able to collaborate with others that could possibly help you step up your game. Other than that, arrogance is protecting you from feeling low. I don't see arrogance as negative. Say used to helping and not receiving. The problem with helping and not receiving is, and I ain't trying to be all up in your business. This is an Instagram comment, so I'm looking over here, okay? The problem with you not being able to receive is that you block your ability to receive. Receiving, everything is a muscle. I'm gonna talk to y'all like a hoodoo spiritualist, okay? Everything is a muscle, and if you work that muscle, eventually it won't take too much for you to have the desires of your heart. But you got to work that muscle every day. So for the people in here who agree with this comment, right? Used to helping, not receiving. When you don't know how to receive, most of the times you block what you're supposed to receive while you're helping.
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
Should I go deeper in your business?
Receiving the flood of the blessings.
What do you want me to go deep? Because I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it loud and clear. Most people want to bless you while you're blessing them. And do you know what your I almost cussed. I can't cuss. I'm trying to upgrade my platform and my brand. So I'm trying to get rid of profanity on Instagram and TikTok. Okay. Do you know what your wonderful behind said? Oh, let's give an example. You come help me clean my house, right? You come help me clean my house. You're a house cleaner. You come help me clean my house. And I'm grateful because I'm too tired to clean up. I've been too tired to clean up. I'm so grateful. And I'm like, oh, let me take you to lunch. And you go, no, it's okay. What's wrong with you? Or I got a daughter or a son and you come babysit them. And I'm like, thank you so much because you babysat them. I was able to accomplish so much. Is there anything that you need right now? And you go, no, I'm cool. Your mind already thought about what you needed. You literally closed your mouth. Literally closed your mouth when you should have opened it. It happened this morning. And I don't know if my neighbor is in here. I don't know if my neighbor is in here or not, and I'm not trying to call him out. Don't know if he's in here or not. But this morning, he was supposed, he said he drive Uber. He was supposed to drive me around for Uber because I didn't know. I go to 7-Eleven every morning, same time to get coffee. So he's like, he like hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I'll drive you. I'm like, cool. He ain't hit me back yesterday when I had to go to 7-Eleven, so I said, screw it. I'm walking outside about to catch Uber, and I see him. When I pull up to 7-Eleven, I said, do you want something out the store? Oh, no, it's cool.
My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in.
Listen. In order for some of y'all to open up to the fact that you deserve to receive, you're going to have to learn how to be a receiver, which means you're going to speak receiving out of your mouth. That means don't be around people who don't know how to receive. It don't help for you to be around people that don't know how to receive.
Everything wants to spoil me.
Because it gives you an excuse to do the same thing.
Receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it.
Tell me when I'm lying. Tell me when I'm capped. I don't mind it.
Receiving the flood of the
tell me when I'm lying. Tell me when I'm capped.
Spoil me.
How y'all group of people don't like receiving? Now everybody in the circle broke. And not just financially broke, energetically broke, chaotically or peacefully broke. You don't have no peace. Emotionally broke. You don't have no control over your emotions. You don't have nobody you can talk to. And the people you want to talk to, when it's time for you to talk to them, you ask them what's wrong with them first.
Open to it and I'm ready.
So so some of y'all in the comments is talking about, well, I don't have nobody there that's gonna help me. It's because your first line of defense and offense is, what do you need? Learn to shut up. There's a time to talk, and there's a time to be quiet. Some of y'all need to be quiet. Your introduction includes you having your hands out, not to receive, but to give. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? How are you? And I hope you're well. And if you're not well, would you tell me if you're not well who I'm talking to?
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
Let me fix my headpiece because it's going crazy today. Look, you gotta throw it with an attitude because y'all making me mad.
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
Listen to me.
My mind and my energy steady.
Listen to me.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
How can you evaluate your circle
It comes down to 11, so
on whether it's healthy for your life or not?
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my
If
energy
every
steady.
time you connect
Receiving
with
the
these
flood of the blessings
people,
that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil
every
me,
time you
spoil me,
connect
spoil
with
me.
these people,
Everything
before they can
is
even
spoiled.
ask you how
It comes
you're
down to
doing,
so lucky like
you've
that,
already
receiving the
channeled,
blessings, enjoy it.
intuitively knowing, empathically speaking, you already know what they're going through, and you're already trying to attack an issue they didn't ask you to. Look, this is why you think you get on your friend's nerves. Everybody don't need you. Stop that. That's arrogant. That's egoic. Everybody don't need you. Even if you have the solution that could change a person's life, if they're not prepared to hear you, what you're really doing is setting yourself up for chaos. They will grow not to like you.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my
I've literally talked to people. I got on their nerves because I don't know how to. How do I say this? I don't know how to. I don't know how to have normal conversations. If you call me and I sense something's wrong, I'm gonna ask. The reason why I don't call people like that friend is because I don't get that in return. If you can't evaluate your circle, the reason you can't evaluate them is you're too concerned with what they're going through and not concerned enough with what you need to get through. I'm going to say it one more time. You're too concerned with what they're going through and not concerned enough about what you need to get through. Going through means there's no solution. Getting through means there's solution. You just haven't applied the action yet. Most of y'all know the solution, but you don't have the energy.
Comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings, enjoy it.
The reason you don't have the energy is because you're everybody's helpmate.
Receiving the flood of the
Don't make me poke at relationship. That's why you can't find love. I gotta do it. I'm sorry. I said I was gonna channel during this 52 days of ritual. That's why you can't find love. Because you treat everybody like your soulmate. You treat everybody like your twin flame. You treat everybody like your true mate. You treat everybody like your companion. This is the type of man or woman you wanted to be for your mate. Not your regular run-of-the-mill friends in Joe Schmo on the corner of 7-Eleven. Am I wrong?
I'm open to it.
Am I wrong? Thinking that we could be something for real.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
Am I wrong?
Everything you want to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings, enjoy it. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy.
Thank you.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
I know I wasn't wrong. I just thought to be a jerk and ask. Look, you said I guilty as charged, but I'm learning. Learning is not application. I feel like you saying you're learning, and I swear I'm not chewing you out. Let me be clear, because if you're new here, you just don't know how to talk, and I'm not chewing you out. I'm telling you this because I love you, okay? And I'm telling you this like I love you. The reason you said you're learning is because you're not ready to apply. You're afraid of what's going to happen should you not be there for someone. You're afraid of what's going to happen should you tell somebody no. You're afraid of what's going to happen if you wake up one morning and say me first. I got homework for y'all. I got homework for you. When you get up first thing tomorrow morning, don't pick your phone up for nothing. I don't care if you put your phone under your pillow when you go to sleep and all you feel is I don't care. Don't, for the first hour of your rising, do not pick your phone up. Not because you don't want to get on social media as soon as you wake up. Social media is not the problem. It's who's on social media that's the problem. There are people you went to bed thinking about. That's an issue. See, I said you treat them like they're your companion. You went to bed thinking about them, so the first person you thought about when you woke up, another day, you thought of their name and what they were going through. Let me text them and check on them. Why would you do that? They can wait an hour. I need you to start strengthening that muscle that says me first.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything you want to spoil me. It comes down to 11.
I need you to work that muscle that says I deserve to be first. How you work that muscle is by choosing you first thing in the morning. I'm talking about first, because you wake up and plan out your day based around how you can serve other people. Let me take a sip of water on that. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little sippy sip on that.
Everything you want to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7.
I should have put some lime in there. I ain't buy no lime. I should have put some lime in there. I should have bought some lime. Buy lime. The water tastes dry because the cucumber in it. That's how you know it's for your body, not your thirst.
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
I need y'all to start putting yourself first, not just in the way you interact with others, but also in the way you interact with yourself. For those that's just joining in, welcome to the 52 Days of Ritual, day number 1. Spoil me. Say, where am I living now? I'm in Dallas, Texas. I need you to put yourself first, even when it comes to you. Do y'all need me to break down what I mean by that? Burpees.
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
Do y'all need me to break down what I mean when it comes to that? I know it's going to sound crazy, but there's this major separation in you. Okay? Look, Instagram and TikTok, in you. There's this major separation in you. That even when you choose yourself, the way you choose yourself works against choosing yourself. So let's say you wake up in the morning and the very first thing you think about is all the issues that you've dealt with. Your past, the ex that ain't calling you no more, or that mate that ain't been calling you often like they used to, or the friend you think is talking about you, this, that, and the fourth, or your own insecurities and what's wrong with you. This is you choosing yourself in a way that's draining you.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady.
Because some people believe they choosing themselves. Well, I choose me. The you that you choosing is working against you. Said, why is guilt associated with choosing self? Because you're used to choosing everyone else first. You're used to giving to everyone else first. You're used to being the first line of action no matter what somebody else is going through. You're used to being the toilet for everybody else's problems. And you always make these promises. I don't know if anybody ever explained to y'all, but I'm a shaman. I'm a hoodooist. You know what I'm saying? I do hoodoo and I do contract work, spiritual contract work. Y'all set up future contracts for yourself, and it's the spirit of the contract that's making you feel bad. What do I mean by contract? Let me say a line, because I've been this person. Let me say a line that I know a lot of you have said. Didn't even mean it. It just slipped out your mouth because you're so used to putting everyone else first. Y'all ready for this line? If you ever need anything, just call me. I'll be right there. I don't care if I'm busy. I'll pick up the phone. I'll always be here for you. That was 3 lines. Some of y'all say all 3 at one time. That's 3 separate contracts, which makes people not even consider what you're dealing with when they go through problems.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in the water. The flow is so heavy.
Why do you think that's why you feel bad when you choose yourself?
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy.
That's why it bothers you. Because you're going against your own contracts. And because you're not a liar, right? I imagine you're not a liar, right? If you're going to lie to anybody, it ain't going to be yourself, right? You know what I'm saying? If you lie, you lie. That's your life. You do what you do. But you ain't going to lie to yourself, right? You're a person of your word, right? There's pride. You got pride in your word. So you made promises you forgot, but your spirit don't never forget. Your spirit don't never forget. And your subconscious for dang sure don't forget. So now that you've told someone no, what's creepy about you feeling bad about choosing yourself? You didn't even announce it out loud, and you already feel bad.
So lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the
You ain't even make the announcement. You ain't tell them no, not today, none of that. You woke up today and said, I want to go to the park. I want to go to the movies. I want to go rollerblading. I want to go skateboarding. You know what I'm saying? I want to go walk through nature. I want to get up today and just watch my favorite TV shows and eat snacks and lay in bed all day. And you feel bad like you announced it to people that you were going to be doing it. That means they're not the issue. The relationship with yourself is the problem.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings.
No, this is a ritual. This is more than just manifestation. This is a ritual.
Everything wants to spoil me. It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings.
Do y'all get what I'm saying?
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
It's your relationship with yourself. Not with not your relationship with other people, not with how other people are treating you and how you allow them to treat you. It's your relationship with you. It makes you feel bad to choose yourself even in the most minor of ways. You can't even eat what you want to eat on the daily because you're concerned about who don't have food. Your consideration for other people's problems are causing you problems. Your consideration for other people's issues are causing you issues.
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
Greetings, beautiful. Yes, this is the contract you got with yourself. The correct way to do it is communicating with yourself on the level that says, even if I'm afraid to open myself up to receive what I deserve, I have to at least experience it to know if it's as heavy as I'm trying to predict it to be. That's your problem. You're so intuitive. You're trying to predict how heavy it's going to be to choose yourself. You don't know how good it's going to feel. Of course, people are going to have problems with you choosing yourself because they're not used to you not putting them first.
Blessings that come in like water, the flow is so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to
they're not used to it. They ain't even a hater. They're not even a hater yet. Don't even put them on that level yet. They're not even a hater yet. They're just not used to you not putting them first. You listen to the mantra.
It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoy it.
You spoiled them.
Into it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady.
You spoiled them.
The flood of the blessings that come in like water, the flow is so heavy.
Now they acting like a brat.
Spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably.
Oh, you can't talk to me today? Oh, I guess you got more important things to do. Facts. That's my favorite word. Facts. Big facts. Super big facts. Obese facts. Planet size facts. Universe size facts. Dimensional facts. Thanksgiving meal spread facts. Me first. Everybody comment me first. Me first. See, a lot of people got on my page and did this mantra, but did not break the things inside of them that stopped them from being able to receive. When it comes to receiving, you have to decide what you want to receive. Most of you can't receive money because what's before your money is your emotions. Your emotions are tied up in other people's problems. You sad every day talking about, I don't know who I'm feeling. You know you feeling Sally Sue and her issues with her boyfriend from yesterday. You know you feeling Ashley McDonaldson from her struggles from 6 weeks ago. You know you still holding on. You know exactly where the feeling is coming from. You won't put it away because come on, spirit, talk to the people. Let me.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water, the flow is so heavy.
Your problem is this. And I don't know who I'm talking to when I say this, but it's finna break you free. It's finna set you free right now. I declare it over your life right now. Welcome to the ritual, y'all. I declare it over your life right now. It's finna set you free. The reason you don't even know what you're feeling, empath, and that's not even what today's ritual is about, but we will get to that empath ritual. The reason you don't even know what you're feeling, empath, is because there's unsolved problems that you didn't have the solution for other people. And so you're trying to hold on and use your tool, that is your intuition, to seek solutions for people you're not even in contact with no more. If you don't let them go, boy, if you don't stop. Boy, if you don't stop. Boy, if you don't stop, what's the big old deal?
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy.
If you don't stop,
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water.
The only way for you to cut that off
Spoil me.
is by connecting with the part of you that signs contracts. And we're going to have one ritual for contract breaking. I promise you. Like, we got 52 days of this. Like, we finna go in. But you got to find the part of yourself that signs contracts. Do you sign contracts verbally? Everybody does, right? But it's minor. It's a minor signing of a contract because they're not really verbal. They just know how to use their words. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to talk, you know how to use your words. Are you a verbal contract signer, an emotional contract signer, a mental contract signer? Are you so gung-ho with helping everybody that subconsciously you sign contracts for things and loads that are too much for you to heavy, or too heavy for two loads that are too heavy? You're signing contracts for loads that are too heavy for you to carry before you even say, I can't carry that. Which kind of contract signer are you? Do you sign contracts with your heart? Because that's a whole nother level. That's a whole nother level. That's got you manifesting, praying, ritualing, doing cleansing baths for other people, but on your own self, as if it belongs to you. And so as you're doing this, you think you're getting rid of it. What you're really doing is solidifying and empowering it. If you checked on the people you ain't talked to in years, I bet they're doing better than you programmed into your mentality, your mental. I bet you they're doing better than you programmed into your heart. So therefore, were your worries real, or did you try to take on other people's worries to try to help them worry less? Which means you never told them the solutions they needed. You tried to transmute the solutions yourself, Impact.
My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me.
Boy, if you don't stop.
It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably.
I need you, for everyone in here who got that problem, where you're trying to solve everybody else's problems, even though they didn't ask your behind to solve any of their problems, I need you to close your eyes for a minute. I need you to close your eyes for a minute. And I know exactly what you're going to see, because as I'm talking to you about this, the image of their problems is coming up in your head. I just want you to close your eyes for 10 seconds and say, not my problem. Now, this is where you're going to know where you sign contracts at. If you say, not my problem, and your heart starts to hurt, it's your love that's your problem. You think just because you love everybody that's righteous. It's not about the love itself. It's about how you produce it. That's doing what it's doing to you. If you closed your eyes and saw those issues and said, not my problem, and you started going to the scenery about what could happen to them, this, that, and the fourth, then you sign contracts mentally. If you started worrying, worry is something you feel in your heart, but it starts in your emotions first. Then you sign contracts with your emotions.
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me.
Said my head hurt when I said it. You have an overdramatic imagination. It's overdramatic. When I say it's overdramatic, you think the worst on situations that ain't that bad yet. And so you try to provide solution, and that ain't even for yourself.
It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy.
Say overthinking too much. I can't help it. You don't overthink. You process correctly. You just process correctly. Now you have to change what you're processing. Not how you're processing it, what you're processing. You said you felt it in your stomach. You felt that's survival instinct. So you worry with your gut, and I need you to stop that gut. Worrying with the gut worrying with the gut is the most dangerous thing you can do. When you're worried for someone else, including yourself, is hinged on the term survival. Will I survive? What you're really doing is setting up your demise. You're setting up that moment. You're setting up that moment where you or someone else is destroyed.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is
Said I started coughing. You started coughing. Are you a health intuitive?
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings and joy.
Are you a health intuitive?
My mind and my energy steady.
If you don't know what a health intuitive is, I'm gonna need you to look that up.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
I'm gonna need you to look that up. It'll explain why you're sick sometimes. It'll explain why you feel queasy. It'll explain why every new disease and sickness or ailment that slides across the table, you get a little preview of.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me.
You said, what if your heart started beating fast? That means you're focusing on the end game. End game. Everything with you is an end game.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water.
So what do you recommend for me to do to fix that? It doesn't need to be fixed. It needs to be calibrated. It needs to be calibrated within yourself. Because if it's in your gut, what you have to do is let go of the idea of survival and get into this thriving bag.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water.
You got to calibrate that. You got to understand that even at your lowest, there's people in here who couldn't afford to send a donation for this ritual, but they'll start thinking in survival. And when you're thinking in survival, you're thinking about what could possibly go wrong. That mind state kills everything, including the desires of your heart, your manifestations, the possibilities, the doorways opening in the future is doing you a disservice.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady.
For my health intuitives in here, if you're a health intuitive, I need you after this day, after today's ritual, I need you to go and start studying that a whole lot more. Especially if you empathic. If you claim to be empathic, you're most likely a health intuitive, at least lightly, which means you're not sick, they are.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
Wait, is that Angelica, the beautiful Angelica? Hi, mommy. What it is? I didn't even notice. I couldn't see a name. I can only see the comment. Everybody's names are dimmed out, but the comments are bright. What's up, beautiful? Welcome to the function. Welcome to the function.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably.
I am a health intuitive and an empath. Stop attracting yourself to sick people. You need to stop it. You need to stop it right now. And I don't even feel like I'm off subject. We still on par with today's ritual, which is spoil me. It's hard for you to receive healing because the healing you're trying to receive for yourself belongs to someone else.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready.
Get rid of the savior complex.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water.
Get rid of your savior complex. Even if you could touch someone and wipe the disease out of their body, if they're not ready to get rid of it, they will be sick again in no time, which means you will not find a cure within yourself. There will be nothing for you. Most health intuitives already got bodily issues. I'm one of them.
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
Most health intuitives already have, and I'm talking about major, I'm talking about crippling bodily issues already. And that's because they connected themselves to something they don't remember. That's why when you work on your inner child and you do your shadow work, as you release and you cry and you scream and you throw a fit, your body starts to feel healthier. We don't get sick. We just lock memories of sickness in ourselves.
That come in like water, the flow is so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me.
So, what you need to do is have a stronger cleansing ritual than you do a ritual to help people.
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
If 1 hour of helping someone heal, even if you're doing massage therapy, right? If 1 hour, you're most welcome. If 1 hour of healing someone warrants you to rest for 7 days, that's how many days your healing ritual needs to go on.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
You can't rest energy away. It don't go nowhere. It go to sleep with you. It wake up with you. It learns not to be so hype and calm. And then it manifests into bigger issues later.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready.
When the last time you took a cleansing bath?
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come.
I said not my problem and I felt nothing. What did that mean?
Spoil me, spoil me.
Either you don't feel other people's problems or their issues, or you don't have a savior complex, or you're hiding from the fact that you do. That's up for you. That's up to you to decide. Do you not care about what other people go through, or are you in denial of that fact that you actually do care?
So lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come.
For those just joining in, this is a ritual. Let me be clear. We are having a ritual. I know y'all never seen rituals like this before, and it just appears that I'm just talking on this video, but I'm activating.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of
I'm activating. So I actually do care a lot. Then don't deny it with your body. Don't deny it with your tool, because the body ain't nothing but a tool. Don't deny it with your tool, so you can feel where other people's energy is present on you and in you. Yeah, for everybody just joining in, this is the ritual. This 52 days of ritual. 52 days, yeah, we finna go hard.
I'm open to it.
We about to go hard. These are rituals. You ain't never seen it like this before. You might see me on a few of these rituals light a candle and do the whole spiel of a physical ritual, but I don't got to do it. I am the ritual. That's why I call it an activation. And I'm glad for everybody that's attending. All of these rituals for these 52 days will be donation based. I'm not going to try to set a price for each ritual because I understand people can't afford it. My rule is this, and it is an absolute law. If you absolutely can't afford to send a donation for the ritual, I still want you to be a part of it. Look, I know y'all thought I was finna say, get on out of here. Get on out of here. No, I still want you to be a part of it. Because today's ritual for day 1 of the 52 days of ritual is being spoiled. That means being open to receiving. Your behind need to be here. You need to be here. You're not broke because of circumstance. You're broke because of your inability to open yourself up to receive. You're not broke because your job is trash and they don't pay enough. You're broke because of your inability to open yourself up to receive. Anytime somebody come with a blessing, you say no thank you. Anytime you need help, you can't ask for help because you think it's too much. And I don't know who I'm talking to. Let me explain real quick, and I promise I'm gonna write this down on a piece of paper. I'm gonna script it out perfectly. But during these rituals, during this 52 days, it's going to include teaching, coaching, and intuitive messages. Spirit is saying, and I don't know who I'm talking to, and one of these rituals, or a few of them during the 52 days, are going to be aimed at the children. So be prepared for that. And I don't mean negatively. I mean aimed at them like it's going to be for them. Okay? But somebody in here needs a break as a mother. Uh-oh. Let me. Everything wants to spoil me. Somebody in here needs a break as a mother. Now let me take it deeper. Let me take it deeper, because who I'm talking to specifically will know after I say this sentence. You need a break as a mother, but you've alienated yourself so far away from everyone that you believe that there's no one who can come take care of your children for a moment. Now, for the worrywart mothers in here and fathers, let me not forget the men. I'm sorry, men. My audience is primarily women, so if I direct it at women, just comment, say, hey, the brothers is here too. Okay? As for the worrywart mothers, you do have people you can call to watch your children for 6 to 8 hours. You don't even need a whole day. Being a mother's 24/7. Even when your child is old and gray, they're still connected to your womb. Even when you leave this world, they're still connected to your womb. You're going to always be a mother. There's no way to escape that. You know what I'm saying? We're talking spiritual, okay? For the worrywart mothers, let me give you an idea. You don't even have to leave your house for somebody to watch your children.
So lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me.
And for those of you who have nosy children, I call them nosy. They're adorable. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go nowhere without them, right? It's easy. It's called trickery. It ain't nothing wrong with tricking your children. Trick them so you can get a break. Find somebody that can babysit them You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll have a live stream where we can try to, like I did with the Money Mantra live, where we did the Money Mantra and I made everybody put their cash apps in the comments. Maybe we can do a train on one of these lives during the 52 days to get you some money to pay a babysitter. Okay? But what I want you to do is I want you to pay the babysitter. I want you to pay the babysitter. When the babysitter show up, I want you to walk out your front door like you leaving. After you walk out the front door like you leaving, I want you to tell the babysitter to take your son, your daughter, or your children to their bedroom. When they do that, I want you to come back in the house and go in your room, lock the door, and go to sleep. Get in your bath. Turn on your music. Your children, they will not know.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
Said I have a babysitter, but I can't afford to pay a babysitter. Okay, let me tell you this real quick. Matter of fact, real quick, just real quick. I want everybody in the comments to state where you live, not your address. Please don't put your address in my comments, because if somebody find you and do something to you, it wasn't my fault. I just want you to comment the city that you live in. And if any of you see the city of any other person that's in here that live in the same city as you, I want you to screenshot it and I want you to send a message. The problem with most families now is we don't have a community, and women can come together and help one another be more restful. Children need to interact with other children anyway. And I know you got trust issues, and I know some people children are just bad as all outside, but y'all need to get together as a community.
Everything wants to spoil me.
What if it's one mother a week? One mother a week gets to take a break, not even for a full 24, just 8. You need to go get your toes done. They look like professional brick kickers. You need to go take a nap. You and your mate need to spend time together.
Everything wants to spoil me.
It should have never come to the point where being a parent ruins your relationship with your mate. You two are not arguing because you're incompatible, because I don't know who I'm talking to. You two are not arguing because you're incompatible. You're not arguing because one's doing more than the other. You're not arguing because the relationship is over. You're not arguing because the full moon. You're not arguing because the retrograde. You're not arguing because of the eclipse. You're arguing because you both need a break, but somebody told you somewhere that as a parent you don't get a break. Now I want everybody to close their eyes and look at your mama and daddy in your head right now. They're getting a break.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7 receiving.
Christina said not the brick kickers. You know how I feel about feet. Everybody know. Y'all need a break. Y'all need a break. That's why last time you and your mate took a break from one another, the break didn't help. It's not the relationship. It's the children. And the children are not the problem. Then how they're being raised is not the problem. How you're raising them in connection to the life that you want to live is the problem. I need y'all to come together as a community. I know there's some strange women in this world. I know. But a woman and a father that are focused on healing and elevating themselves, you can most likely trust. Because they're not looking or seeking to harm your child. They're not seeking to do to your child what was done to you as a child. You're tiring yourself out trying to be a super parent. Matter of fact, here's something I want y'all to do. I can't wait for us to have the ritual. That's going to be during the 52 days for sure. Let me go ahead and write that down real quick for the one time. Because we're definitely going to do a child-parent bonding repair. Let's go. Child
I'm open to it in a red.
Parent bonding repair ritual. I'm going to write a personal incantation for it.
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open
but you're so worried about doing to them or neglecting them like you were neglected
spoil me.
That you're over-parenting.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7.
You're smothering your child.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady.
So I want everybody to do this for me real quick. I want everybody, because you're most likely around your children right now, because I know you can't get away from them to save your life.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably.
Somebody just said they're in Chicago, they can babysit. Do y'all see what I'm saying?
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy.
Now, this is still on par with today's ritual.
Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky.
This is still on par with today's ritual. Look how you're able to receive. If somebody in these comments live in your same city and they offering to babysit, get on the phone with them, find out if you can trust them or not, and move forward. Go ahead, take you a break.
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessing.
I want you to ask your child this question, because a lot of y'all need to hear this. And I'm going to have y'all do this often. I always give homework and assignments while I'm channeling, while we're doing rituals. Ask your child this question right here. Am I a great parent? Am I a good parent? Do I love you right? Am I doing well as a parent? Pay attention to their answers.
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me.
Nuri said, what is the ritual for today? Spoil me. Open yourself up to being spoiled. Come on, what was the answer? Hit me in the comments. What was the answer?
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil.
Before you even answer me, and you were worried. For what?
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7. Receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm
My son told me I was a baby. That must be the way you and your son bond. That's so cute. You're a baby. That means your son be having to give you hugs.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like
said mine said, damn right. All right now. All right now. All right now. The question is, ask your child, am I a great parent? Am I doing well as your parent?
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in.
If they answered yes, because if your child answered no, then all you have to do is adjust. Some children are just spoiled. They're just spoiled. So that you ain't buy them the t-shirt they wanted at Walmart today. So you're a horrible parent. That doesn't mean you're a horrible parent. That just means I'm trying to get what I want out of you. And I know if I hit you right in your emotions, you're going to give me everything I want. But if your child said yes, I need you to wipe that part out of yourself mentally that over worries about whether you're a good parent or not. You're lying to yourself when you say you need to do better as a parent, although you're doing your best. And your children recognize it. I don't care how young they are. They recognize it. They may not know to tell you because they don't understand how to give that type of love, nor do they understand that you need to hear it. Because as someone that only knows how to give, you never open yourself up to be vulnerable to ask that question. That's why I just made you do it. That was another activation.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My
Hola.
Energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings.
Do y'all see what I mean? Were you even prepared for that answer? You've spent the majority of your child's life thinking you weren't doing well as a parent. The solution to that question or that issue in your mind was staring you in the face. All you had to do was ask. I think innately you were afraid that if you did ask, they would tell you, nah, you're not being a good parent. This is a ritual. We're doing a ritual right now. The spoil me ritual. Somebody fill this divine being in the comments, please. You've been holding on to this resistance for so long. How's it feel to let it go? What if I told you your ability to be spoiled was locked behind that?
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me.
Now you worried about how you gonna get your child clothes for the next school year. You worried about Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. You worried about Thanksgiving and how you gonna feed them and all this kind of stuff. You worried about your bills. You worried about their birthday coming up. You want to take them out to experience life, but you feel like you'll never have the money to do it. The reason why you'll never have the money to do it is because your ability to receive abundance, to receive help, to be open to receiving anything, any kind of blessing. Somebody can give you a car right now. The reason you can't have that right now is because the question of whether you're great or not is keeping you from it.
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
You're a great parent to your child now that you know, now that you're sure, now that you've asked them. Now I want you to be a great parent to yourself.
Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11.
I promise you, your child don't need as much as you're doing. You're overdoing it. You are absolutely overdoing it. Some of you are such wonderful parents that your child will be happy with nothing as long as they can sit up under you for a few hours a day. Some of your children don't let go of your hand, your arm, your dress, your panties, and your bra. Children are too much, bro. You're such an amazing parent. Now let that thought form go.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy.
He told me yes and asked me why. Tell the truth, Nuri. Tell him the truth. Tell him sometimes you worry because you have a teenage son. Tell him sometimes you worry that you're not being a great parent, so that he knows innately to remind you from time to time.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11.
My son said I'm funny and make good food. I like your son.
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
That's a way of saying you're an amazing parent and I love you.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it.
I'm telling y'all blocks, the blocks that y'all experience from being able to receive. For some of y'all, I feel that's why Spirit made me channel so tough about the children just now. Because some of y'all can't receive because you're over giving to your child. Am I telling you to stop providing for your child? Hell no. That is not what I'm saying. Don't run off and say, King Soon said, I need to stop providing for you. You're not finna get me cussed out by your child in 20 years. I'm not trying to be old and gray and your child run up on me in a wheelchair and kick it over. This is not what we're doing here. No. It's locked behind your need to overdo it for them. I'm your mother. I'm your father. I have to do for you before I do for me, which means I'm not open to receive here. I'm not open to receive here. That's why when your homegirls say, oh, let's go out. Oh, well, I got these kids. When your homeboys say, hey, bro, let's kick it. Oh, I got these kids. They come to your house and kick it. You don't have to get drunk to have fun. You want to drink because you want to escape. You don't need to get drunk to have fun. That's not. They can come to your house and just laugh. Y'all can watch TV shows. Shoot the breeze.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the
how to release overdoing. Ask them what they need before you try to precognitively see what they need. Sometimes children don't even know what they want until you offer it. Let's say, for example, you want your child to eat a salad today, and you're a mother or father. You know you be in the kitchen throwing down. That's why somebody better send me a plate, bro. He said yes, 7 out of 10. Oh, God. Please don't let my children be like me. They gonna hurt my soul. I know you be in the kitchen throwing down, but because you're so tired, you go, do you want McDonald's? You too tired to go to McDonald's, but do you want McDonald's? Do you want McDonald's? Oh, well, yeah. Can I get this, this, and this? And you like, hey, whoa, slow down. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all are vegans and plant-based and alkaline, so I know you don't feed your kids McDonald's, but this is an example, okay? A lot of times children don't even know what they want until you ask them. And for that reason alone, you should ask the base question, are you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. What do you want to eat? I don't know. Then that means you're going to eat whatever I make. That's it. Walk off. Stop trying to over-please your children and never please yourself. I'm on your head. Because in order to receive spoiling from other people, because this spoil me month, this is a ritual for those just joining in. And I'm going to ask for the donations in my Cash App again for those that didn't send one yet. When it comes to being spoiled, you have to learn how to spoil yourself. So, for everybody in the comments, and I will run them jokes on you, especially if you lie. Don't lie. When's the last time you went and got your hands and your feet done? When the last time you got your hair done? And not just so you can look good at work so you don't get in trouble, for yourself to feel beautiful. When the last time you bought yourself some new panties Some of y'all panties look like you've been scooting on the ground for the last 7 months. We ain't gonna tell nobody else. When's the last time you went out to a movie? When's the last time you went to the mall? Not even to shop, but just to be amongst the things you desire. I'm on your head.
My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water.
I have PayPal too. It's on my website, godkingsoon.net. You'll see it on the Spoil Me page. It's one of the options. 3 years. 3 years.
I'm open to it.
3 years.
My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water.
Can't even tell you. Can't even.
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7. Receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come.
Since before COVID?
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7. Receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy.
God, please let me bust into my millions quick. We're going to do a whole spa day. You really walking around with your toes looking like that? And your wig looks like it's been sneezing. You really walking around like that?
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down.
Last time I had my feet done, I was pregnant. He's 5.
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
You!
My energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me.
Especially the ladies that's watching.
It comes down to 11, so
you look good, you feel good. You look good, you feel good. I know you tired of seeing your own mirror pictures on social media. Because it's the same pair of pants that make your butt look good. Although you should go get a new pair of pants. Ain't nobody telling you to go shopping for some Fendi. Go to Walmart, get you some new sweats. You're older now, which means like simple things please you, but you're not even doing the simple things. When the last time you went to the store and got your favorite snack?
I'm receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy.
My feet look like ashy armadillos. Antonio, we're going to talk about that. I ain't having it. I ain't having it. I know you masculine. I know you a man. But your toes are not supposed to look like you've been trying to do ballet, but you failed 1,000 times. So what about if you can't even afford Walmart? It ain't always about what you can buy that provides you happiness. When's the last time you did that thing that makes you feel peace? When's the last time you were able to light a candle without having to worry about somebody blowing it out? When's the last time you spent more than 10 minutes in the tub, although you wanted to be in there an hour because water is just a safe place? When's the last time you lit a fire in the fireplace? Firewood is free. It's hella trees outside.
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7. Receiving my blessings enjoy.
When's the last time you faith shopped?
My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water.
You ain't had a professional mani and pedi since high school, 2010. I'm on your head.
Spoil me.
I'm on your head.
Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7.
I'm on your head.
My blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy.
Can I offer a blessing to 2 ladies, King? Yes! Somebody wants to bless 2 ladies, and you better go do something with it. Yeah, when the last time you face shopped? This is the spoil me ritual. When's the last time you faith shopped? When the last time you went to the store and said, I'm about to have that? When the last time you looked at the house you wanted and said, I'm about to have that? When the last time you drove your bucket to the dealership and just drove a car? Your faith, you don't need that much.
The blessings that come in like water, the flow is so heavy. Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7. Receiving my blessings.
I just want to sleep 8 hours uninterrupted. You need a babysitter. You need a babysitter. Because you don't know how to sleep 8 hours uninterrupted. So the first time you try, you're going to sleep 2.5 with the 30-minute period of worry. You're going to fall back asleep for 15. You're going to wake up and think you're going to need at least a week to calibrate that.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7. Receiving my blessings enjoy.
Said I live in a trailer, 19-foot trailer, so hot tub baths are a no. Not really. No matter what your situation looking like, Amazon has outside showers and tubs. Not only do they have those, because I look for it, because my bathtub is not big enough to fit my juicy behind in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for a little tub I can put on my patio. To that thing up with hot water, I'm climbing that. We don't struggle financially. We struggle idealistically. You know what I'm saying? We don't struggle financially. We struggle idealistically. We don't have any idea how to do what we want to do. Me, I'm going to find a way. Me, I'm going to find a way. If I don't have a hot tub for me to get in, somebody I know got a pool. It's wintertime, but the jacuzzi's still cracking. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water, the flow is so heavy. I have a studio with no bathtub, just a shower. You can get on Amazon right now and get one of them tubs. I'm telling you, it shouldn't be no more than $40. Save it up. That's a gift. You can fill it up with hot water and sit it right in your shower. Sit it right in your shower. There is a way for everything, but you have to learn how to spoil yourself so bigger blessings can come into your life. The problem is you spend so much time neglecting yourself that when blessings do come, you feel like you don't deserve them. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water, the flow is so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Said I need a mantra to leave an abusive relationship. You with a narcissist. That's going to be one of the rituals during the 52 days of ritual. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. I'm about to take the list in a moment. Don't even trip. I'm open to it and I'm ready. I ain't done. We not done. My energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water, the flow is so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. In order for you to receive any kind of blessings, you have to be open to receiving them. You have to be open to receiving ideas that you never even thought about before. I'm not going to forget, Day. I'm not going to forget. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky. The ritual for enemies is coming. This is day 1. We just started. This is 52 days. We got 52 days. We're going to spread it out. Don't worry. I'm going to ask y'all in a minute. Don't trip. I got y'all. I'm challenging me to upgrade and step it up. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessing that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil. Play it back. Run it back. Spoil me. Spoil me. Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Write on a piece of paper what you need right now. You need a babysitter? Write babysitter and then write spoil me under it. Y'all got to learn how to make your declarations match your true desires. Not just some whimsical thought. We can play whimsically all day. I just want to have floods of money coming in. Like, that's beautiful. But if you don't like yourself, being wealthy won't help you. If you ain't had time to sit and love on yourself, being wealthy won't help you. So, right, I want to have more time to love on myself. Spoil me and watch what's about to happen. Watch. Everything wants to spoil me. Y'all think I only use this mantra so people spoil me? Nah, I spoil myself. I told myself it's not money that I wanted from creating this incantation, this spell. No, it was me making better decisions with my health. And look what I'm drinking today. Cucumber water. My fruit intake has increased. My meat intake has decreased. Although I'm probably not going to stop eating meat. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to cap with you. All right? But my fruit intake has increased. My water intake has increased. The other day, I took a walk just for the heck of it. Yesterday, I woke up and got right out of bed and told myself, you're not getting back in bed until you get up and move around a little bit, clean up something, stretch a little bit. I wanted to be spoiled with better health. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the. This ain't no game. I do magic, not affirmations. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything. I'm transmuting my own thought process. So lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. I'm pretty sure she picked the 2 people she was gonna spoil in the comments. Would y'all like to do that for a moment? Everything wants to spoil me.
It comes down to
Would y'all like to do that for a moment? Spoil one another for a moment? Y'all can go ahead, have a ball in the comments. Everybody comment your Cash App and pick somebody to spoil. Even if it's just $2, $3, $4, $5, pick somebody to spoil. And your behind better say thank you when you come back in here. Or I'm going to tell everybody that your big toe is detachable. That's right. That's right. I'm going to tell everybody that your big toe is detachable. Right? And I'm going to tell everybody that your ankles is made out of Maserati tire material. That's right. If you don't say thank you, I'm going to tell everybody you got prejudiced chin hairs. That's right.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7.
I'm going to cook you.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my
I'm going to cook you.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything.
And don't send your blessing to other people's Cash App without a message. Send it, say you deserve to be spoiled. You are worthy. You are beautiful. You are special. You are amazing. You are incredible. Matter of fact, if you drop in your comments, if you drop in your Cash App in the comments right now, pick the comment above you or pick someone in the comments and just tell them how amazing they are. This is a part of spoiling. Sometimes in order to be blessed, you have to learn how to be a blessing. It's not hard.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings.
And if you don't say thank you to the people that bless you from the comments, I'm going to tell everybody you got roaches. And them roaches is older than your lease. They've been there longer than you. When you came in there, they said, this is my bathroom. When I'm done using the microwave, then you can use it. I'm going to tell everybody. Joe's apartment, Cindy's apartment.
My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water flows so heavy.
Thank you, King, for blessing me with your presence today. You're welcome. You got 52 days strong of it, too. You better enjoy this smile. You better.
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
Nah.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water.
Y'all know I'm goofy. We gotta laugh. Can't be crying all day.
Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings.
Can I check my other phone? You text me?
My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water flows so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
Oh, that's how you wanted to bless them.
It comes down to
TikTok. Oh, you can't comment lingerie though. That's why. That's not a comment you can make.
My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in.
So, damn, y'all made me lose the comment. Slow down. Slow down. Can you comment one more time, please?
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
Because it's going to be up to her who she picks.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water.
Okay.
Spoil me, spoil me,
okay.
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil.
Miss Sherelle, I'm a butcher your name. Right there, right there. Y'all see her, she gonna keep commenting. She wants to pick two ladies. And she gonna send some lingerie to you. She gonna send the lingerie. I gotta watch what I'm saying. She wants to send, it wasn't money, forgive me. She wants to send two ladies some lingerie. True Season in the building. That's my brother, man. Welcome to the ritual, bro. She wants to send two ladies some lingerie. Some laganere. You gotta watch what you say. She wants to send two ladies some laganere. So she'll pick the two ladies that's interested. Because I did just get on your head for wearing old panties. And I'm not having it. And I'm a man. And I know I probably shouldn't even be saying that. I don't care. You take it how you must. Your panties should not. The lining of your panties shouldn't be so loose that you sagging like a thug in your panties. In your panties. In your damn panties.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to
she gonna pick two people. It's up to her. She'll contact you. She'll contact you.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
She'll contact you.
It comes down to 11.
Some lingerie. I'm telling you, gotta watch what you say. Although
To it and I'm ready.
although TikTok has just changed the setting to allow us to put adult themes in the settings before the live, which means no children are allowed in here, which is good. That means I can actually talk to y'all without feeling weird. Because the first day we did the money mantra ritual, after everybody sent me the cash apps for the ritual, or the donations for the rituals, a kid was in here, like, and they were putting their name, and I'm thinking like, come on, bro, like, I think he said he was 14 or 16, and I'm like, well, you know, we can still send you a blessing, you know, just bring your parents, like, tell your parents get on here, so I can get their cash app, their bank information to send you a blessing. It was too awkward for me, like, it was too awkward, like, I'm like, yeah, I'd rather just block him out altogether. He'll be old enough to participate one day. I probably won't be on here that day, but he'll be ready one day.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready.
Said your money magnet ritual worked for me. Thank you. You're most welcome. Y'all keep commenting your cash app for a moment. And y'all pick somebody and just spoil them. This is different. Sending a blessing and spoiling, two different things, okay? Spoil them. Let them know that they're worthy of money. Even when they ain't did nothing. They ain't got to do nothing. Just make sure you send your donation to them with a kind word. Something, channel it. Most of y'all intuitive anyway, so you better not send a blank blessing. Send it with what they need to hear right now.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water, the flow is so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7.
Hey, said thank you for blessing. I don't know who sent, but I just heard my cash app ding. Sending my love and gratitude. That's right. That's right.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil.
Thank you for those that are still commenting compliments. That was a part of it. Send that message to somebody in the comment who need it.
My mind and my energy steady.
Tell them they are worthy. Tell them they are beautiful. Tell them nothing can stop them. Tell them that no matter what they went through yesterday, tomorrow's going to be one of the first days of the greatest days of their life. Pour into them. Prophesy over their life. Declare over their life. Intuitively give them the messages they need to hear right now. I mean, you intuitively give people messages all the time and it don't benefit them. Why not give it to someone who needs it? Spoil somebody in the comments right now, or I'm going to tell everybody that your mouthwash is really ginger ale. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there.
That come in like water, the flow is so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to.
Can y'all believe we're gonna be doing this for 52 days?
I'm open to it and I'm ready.
Do y'all know what's gonna happen after 52 days? If you rock with me all 52 days, do you know how much your life is gonna change in 52 days?
It comes down to 11, so
you ain't never seen a practitioner do this. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Tell the truth, shame your trauma. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen it. You ain't never seen it.
Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it.
I've been doing this lately, and I can't even begin to tell you why.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water.
But it feels really good when I do it. Is it because the lock is heavy? I don't feel it. But I just tie it up. I feel like Tupac. And I'm grateful for knowing you. I'm grateful for knowing you, beautiful. And I can't wait to see you in your sacred space. Your smile, I'm going to laugh at you how big you're going to be smiling. Because it's going to be a smile that you haven't had on your face since you got bought your first toy when you were a child. You ain't even...
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
Hey.
Everything wants to spoil.
It comes.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyable.
I'm open.
Open to it and I'm ready.
My mind.
My mind and my energy steady.
Receiving
the flood of the blessings that come in.
And like water, the flow is so heavy.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. Open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady.
Look at my Instagram. My Instagram, they understood the assignment. Maybe it's because it's only 11 people watching on my Instagram. So they can interact more slowly. But that's fine. Thank y'all to my people on Instagram. I love y'all too. I know I ain't been looking at the screen much, but it's been a while since I double streamed. It's been a minute.
Spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7.
You say, how have I been growing my hair?
I'm open to it.
I know you see it. Besides this, I don't even know where this came from. Like, I woke up one day and it was just hanging out the side. It was just doing what it wanted to do. So I'm trying to get it to... need to get on there. You see how long it is, though. These are not locks. These are twists. I just left them in there for a minute. I can't wait for y'all to see my afro. It's long as hell. And then these are locks. I'm different. I'm different. My 3-year-old is dancing. That's right. Your 3-year-old deserves to be spoiled too.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything you want to spoil.
Now it's all hanging out.
11, so lucky like 7.
You're not gonna do me like this. I was sexy for a little minute there, and then you wanna. This how you wanna act? You just wanna. You wanna be seen. That's not cool. You gonna do better. Gotta do better. Gonna do better. Must do better. You better do better, because if you know like I know, I just cut you out my hair. Oh, my bad. Yes, I talk to my hair. I want to give free spa days just because. Same. I'm open to it and I'm ready. Same. And everybody and their mama know I love feet. And not only for the reasons y'all thinking, but the fact that I know that the souls tell you how the soul is doing. I believe everyone should take care of their feet, male or female. He, him, she, her, they, them. Male, female, non-binary, whatever. Everybody should take care of their feet. Most of y'all ain't even looked at your feet. That's how I know your ankles ashy. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Called you out. Go put some lotion on. Stop playing with me. Go play with somebody else. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7. Receiving my blessings. Your ankle shouldn't even look like that. Your ankle shouldn't even look like that. You know better. I bet you if your son came out the room right now and y'all was getting ready to leave, he had some basketball shorts on, his kneecaps was ashy, you yell at him. Why don't you yell at yourself? So I take care of my toes myself. Is that so? You single? What's happening? Nah, I'm joking. Don't answer that. Okay, so how about this? So for the ladies in here who take care of their toes themselves, say it's psoriasis, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking about the people with ashy ankles for ashy ankles' sake. That's what I'm talking about. They're a whole different breed. You know what I'm saying? They walk out today and decided, I don't know whether I'm going to hug somebody or punch somebody. We don't know. We don't know. For those of you who do your own feet, your own hands and feet, said I stay buttered up. Why you say it like that? Why you say it like that? For those of you who do your own feet, is it possible for you to pick a couple people? Because this is my homework for you. Because this is part of the spoil me ritual. Pick a couple people in your city and do their feet. I wish y'all all lived in Dallas. We'd be functioning at the park right now. We'd be at the park. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I learned how to give petties. I'm gonna come holler at you. My toes need to be done. I'm talking crap to y'all, but I'm looking at my feet right now. Nah, they don't look that bad. I'm open to it. I got my manicure and pedicure plug. I call her my girlfriend when I go to the shop. It's the old Asian lady. She be like, "Really? You my girlfriend today? You keep rubbing my feet like that. We gonna go to dinner." I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy. You said I'm in Carrollton. You're not that far from me. We gonna be linking up at the park. I'm in Dallas. We gonna work it out. We gonna work it out. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so I'm just waiting. There's a reason why I'm having y'all do this for so long. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so she be no. Actually, she don't deny it. She looked confused at first, and she smiled really big. She's not ugly, like she's really beautiful. She's just really old. She's just really old, which is why I flirt with her, because I need her to know that even if you are elder, you still deserve love. Can't just be doing everybody's feet every day. Who do your feet? I'm not gonna do them. I don't know how to do it. You don't want me nowhere near your feet unless I'm rubbing them. If I do your pedicure, you ain't gonna have no toenails. Your choice.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably.
Said I have 3 girls, I'll do their mani and petty. That's what I'm saying. In order to be spoiled, you got to learn how to spoil. You got to learn how to give to people without thinking about it, without giving it a second thought. And I know for a lot of people that's not always easy, because sometimes because that's your problem, though. We have to go there again. You give even when it's your last, when you don't have nothing left. So you think about what you've given to people, which makes that not a blessing. That's a contract. Because how can you be mad about what you blessed people with when you knew you didn't even have it to bless? You know what I mean? Are y'all enjoying day 1 of the 52 days of ritual? Are you not entertained? Don't you just want a piece of the glory? Don't you just want a taste of the glory? I'm motivated. When I say motivated, extremely motivated. I sit around motivated energy all day long. I watch motivated people all day long. Said, why is everyone dropping their cash app? You must have just got here. This is the Spoil Me ritual, and we're at the portion of the ritual where I want everybody, if possible, to send everybody a blessing. Anybody, not everybody. Send anybody a blessing that you choose. That's why everybody's dropping their cash app. Because I told y'all when we did the money mantra ritual, I don't want to be the only person getting a bag. I will get my bag with or without you, but I don't want to be the only person. A lot of y'all have many skill sets that you can't even admit yet. A lot of y'all are incredible and capable of things that you ain't even spoken about yet. And I need you to be confident that you can. And so I want to help people get a bag too. I'm a real coach. I ain't trying to put on no show. I ain't trying to put on no facade. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like other coaches. I'm not like other shamans and practitioners and hoodoo priests and priestesses. You know what I'm saying? I'm different. I'm a whole different breed, and you'll find that out the longer you kick it with me. We only going up. We don't go back and we don't go down. We going up.
Receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy.
Thank you for putting my cash app in the comments. We gonna get back to my cash app in a moment. I just need them to stay on this train. Cause let me keep channeling. Cause this is what Spirit is telling me to do with this ritual. Spirit told me to do this part in the ritual because a lot of you are angry about being a blessing. Let me take a sip of water before I even get into this. My lips already dry.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows.
Woo, woo, woo.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7.
And I understand your frustration. Because you're always a blessing. Never the blessed, always the blesser. You know what I'm saying? Never the blessed, always the blesser. You say you were too funny. Y'all know I'm goofy, man. I told you I like to make y'all laugh. Comedy is a secret passion of mine. But you're always, you said the Wanda? Hi. But yeah. You're always the blesser and never the blessed. And so when I have y'all put y'all cash apps in the comments, you might turn your nose up and say, I ain't sending nobody a blessing. Hell, I need a blessing right now. I'm glad you finally said that.
Everything wants to spoil me. It comes from 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady.
I'm so glad that you said that.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me.
Welcome to your new level. Welcome to learning to open your mouth and say what you need versus people waiting on people to channel what you need. Although you walk around like you don't have any needs. Welcome to your new level.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil.
A lot of y'all, thank you for the gift. A lot of y'all are so wrongly independent. And I don't want to be independent, but you wrongly independent. You so independent that you act like you don't need no help. You don't have Cash App? If you have PayPal, put your PayPal in the comments. Somebody might be able to do that. Put your Zelle in the comments, your Venmo, your Apple Pay. Whatever sources you got, drop them. But you are wrongly independent. You walking around like you don't have no needs. All while side-eyeing the people connected to you like I wish you could see the needs that I have. After today, either you speak up or you shut up.
comes times 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings.
No complaints. No. Don't nobody care about me. How can you place yourself in circles with people that nurture you if you don't tell the people that don't do a thing for you and always drain you and always bring you back, bring you down? If you don't ever tell them about themselves, how can you complain? I'm quick to tell somebody about themselves. Every time you call me, you want something. Shut up. Don't call me no more. Go on, Florida. Ask somebody else to do it.
Everything wants to spoil me. It comes times 11, so lucky like 7.
Ask somebody else to do it.
Blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me.
Y'all love
everything wants to spoil me.
Acting like you don't need help. How can the universe, God, the Most High Source, what I call the Supreme Architect, help you if there's nothing on the table that needs to be addressed? You really sitting there acting like you don't need no help. Some of you are so used to never being helped that you don't think you deserve help. What that really means is the circle of people you surround yourself with are the people you're most comfortable with being your least or your lowest self with. It's time to reevaluate the circle. Said I asked for help and got talked about. You with the wrong people.
Spoil me.
You with the wrong people. I've been in your shoes. Can you help me out with this? Oh nah, like you, what you broke, bro? Get you some money. Don't let me ask a woman for some help. Oh, you just one of them broke. Yeah, like you broke. Go get a job. They don't even understand that people with jobs still be broke. So I stopped asking until one day I had to evaluate the kind of people that I have in my life. Because even when I barely had money in my pocket, I would still give people money. Even when I barely had food to eat myself, I was wondering who else was hungry. I'm willing to give. But I wasn't surrounded by people that were willing to give to me. I've changed my circle altogether. All together. You only get on people's nerves who cannot assist you at all. So what is their purpose in your life? Why are you keeping people that are mute when you're going through it, but got so much to say when you up?
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes times 11, so lucky like 7.
Receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me. This ancestor money. It comes times 11, so lucky like 7. Receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes times 11, so lucky like 7. Receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy.
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to
and we gonna do this every day. This is the 52 days of ritual. You ain't never seen it. I'm stunting every day. So I want y'all to just get used to it. Oh, he cocky, he arrogant. Tell your mama about it. Go talk to your ancestors and your spirit guides about it. I'm super cocky, super arrogant. I deserve to be blessed. I put in more work than the average practitioner ever thinks about doing. I'm a stunt all 52 days because if this grows like I know it can grow, before you know it, within these 52 days, there will be millionaires in the comments, and they love to give because wealthy people have met their needs and their wants. Now all they want to do is give back. Why not be in the position to receive that? Talk about it.
Like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My energy steady.
That's what I'm declaring. By the end of this 52 days of ritual, there will be wealthy people in these comments willing to bless. I mean, really willing. Not $5. I'm talking about 200, 500, 2,000, 10,000. Change your life. Change your moment.
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes times 11. So
said I got up to walk to the bathroom and fell. Antonio.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady.
Where's Wolf?
Receiving the flood of the blessings.
Where's Wolf?
Water flow is so heavy. Spoil me. Everything.
Wolf, please rub the knees.
Times 11, so lucky like 7. Receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy
Wolf, please rub them knees. Antonio, please be careful. You have a sensitive body. You have to be careful. You should have crawled to the bathroom. Your bones are like glass right now. Please be careful.
My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come.
I know you'll be all right because you're strong. But Antonio, be careful. I ain't playing.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my.
Before I show up to your house and steal all your left shoes.
My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come.
All right, keep playing with me. Keep playing.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my.
I'm stealing left shoes around here.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady.
I used to work at Silver Mesa Recreation Center. There was this autistic little boy in there, and his autistic fetish, his autistic concentration, the one thing he was focused on was shoes. And I'm talking about he was fast. I had a rock in my shoe in the gym. Took my shoe off to get the rock out. Got the rock out, adjusted my sock, looked to the left, and my shoe was gone. It was out of there. And I was heated. You understand? Heated. He came back in the gym talking about not only did he take shoes, he had a place for them. And I adored that little boy because he was hilarious. He took my boss's heels one time. She thought she was being fine and sexy. She took her heels off by the desk. He took her. His favorite is heels. He took her heels, bro. And we could not find her heels for a while until we found out that he had his own locker. You're supposed to get a key back at the end. He had his own locker, bro. And he was storing all the shoes in the locker. And y'all know me. I'm a hard ass. You gonna give me my shoe back. He came in there and he smiled. He was like, hey, hi. I was like, bro, go get my shoe. And he was like, okay. He kept bringing me back the wrong shoe. I said, you know what shoe you took from me. He finally brought back the right shoe. Everybody's like, what about our shoes? I'm not concerned about y'all shoes. I got things I got to do. I need my shoes in order to continue my work day. You don't need your shoes right now. He'll give it back to you before we leave, before we close up. You know what I'm saying? He was a different breed.
Spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my.
He was keeping the shoes safe. He was. I love autistic people because they have an obsession that makes them a genius. Because I bet you he could break down the proper shoes for the proper foot. There's no way he loved shoes and didn't love feet. And y'all know I love feet. So me and him, we got along quite well because we understood the inner workings of that, even though he was a kid. He could probably tell you what the proper shoes were versus the ones you're trying to wear to look cool. Like, he was a genius. Love autistic people. Love them. Plenty of people got blessed. If you don't receive a blessing today, we got 52 days. Well, 51 after this.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water that flows so heavy. Said
your brother had autism. He passed. What was your brother's obsession? So I love you so much. I love you too, Antonio. Antonio is autistic.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water.
What was your brother's obsession?
Spoil me. Everything wants to.
Because if I might miss your comment because the comment's going kind of fast. Whatever his obsession was, put that on his altar. Movies and music. So, if you have an altar for your brother, when you change him out. Change him out. You said we'll come get Kia. Now. Kaya, now. I said I love autistic people. That don't mean I want to babysit. Her obsession is computers. I'm going to come get her. I got computer parts she can play with. Like facts. But whatever his obsession was, the movies and the music, right? Next time you put offerings on his altar, and if you don't have an altar, I need you to make one. Okay? It's easy. Just put a candle and a cup of water on the counter. But I want you to sit in front of the altar on your iPad or your cell phone and watch a movie with him. I don't think autism goes away. Autism is not a disease. I think it's hyper focus. It's hyper genius. You know what I'm saying? Like he has his obsessions. He has his things that really make him happy about life. So yeah, I think you should try that. His energy might rest in your energy and might help you go forward.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy
and be obsessed with something that can make you happy. That's a word. That's a word.
Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready.
And y'all built the like. Hey, bring her to Dallas. Bring her to Dallas. Bring her to Dallas. Let me get my bank account looking like what it's supposed to look like, and I'll buy her a computer. We can go get it built. Because if there's an obsession with computers, like there's a super love for computers, she needs to know exactly how one is built. So that not to calm her obsession, but to calm the curiosity about it. Once she masters her curiosity about it, ain't no telling what the hell she's going to do with computers. You feel me? Like, so I think, yeah, when my bank account look like it's supposed to, you know what I'm saying? We can go get one built. I want her to watch it being built. Maybe we go to Best Buy and sit back there with Geek Squad.
My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy.
So yeah, go ahead and bring her on out here.
Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings.
I think all autistic people should be given a whole house with all the things that they love. And in 2 years, they'll create something that could change the world. I don't give a damn if it's the shape of the spoon. Genius. So I need to find someone who builds custom wheelchairs. I want one that looks like I'm riding around on a broom. Antonio, give me some time. Give me some time, Antonio. I know some people. Give me some time. I know some people. Now I know why I needed to know them people. I know some people. Give me some time.
Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes
we almost done.
Like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings.
Said I randomly got $7.99 in my account. Is that $7.99 or $799?
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my
Said my cousin is autistic. He's obsessed with riding trains. Are you out here in Texas? You gotta bring your cousin to Texas. There's mad trains out here.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7,
like mad trains.
I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady.
Like mad trains. And I've been thinking about getting on one. I've never been on a train. So I've been thinking about getting on one. That was my reminder.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyable.
And I'll be burning some ancestor money for the participants tonight. Don't even trip.
Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in the water flow so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of
okay, she chose her people. For the two divine beings who get the Langeray, if they still in here, she chose Stacy the Goddess and Chris J. The two winners of the Langeray. You know I can't say it. Stacy the Goddess and Chris J. You still in here?
My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy.
I just looked and saw the text. You probably been sent that.
It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7.
Yup, sent it like 10 minutes ago. Almost 20 minutes ago. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. This slide made me start cleaning out drawers. Let's go. Remove them blockages.
Everything wants to spoil me.
If you're gonna be a collector of anything, be a collector of abundance.
Blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. Everything wants to spoil me. It comes down to 11, so lucky like 7, receiving my blessings enjoyably. I'm open to it and I'm ready. My mind and my energy steady. Receiving the flood of the blessings that come in like water. The flow is so heavy.
Easy. Easy. Now everybody take 2 big. Yep, I knew that was coming up. Thank you. That's called a release. Everybody take 2 big deep breaths. One more. How does everyone feel after day 1 of the 52 days of ritual? How does everybody feel? Everybody. How does everybody feel? How does everybody? How does everybody feel? How does everybody? How does everybody feel? How does everybody? Sauce. This is just day 1. Hey, I love y'all like my day ones. Hey, let's go. Hey, this is just day 1. 51 day come. Yeah, and we're gonna get to the money, get to the blessings, get to the healing, get to the lesson. Ain't no stressing. We cleaning up the messes. Messing with the masses. Yup. And we getting off our asses. Yup. And we get into the bag when we get up off our ass. Hey. Take your bonnet off. Wave it like a rag. No, look. But yeah. So I don't want y'all to put it in the live, but for those of you who have me on Instagram, I want you to write me on my Instagram, Wild Wealthy Shaman, send me a message and ideas about what ritual or rituals you want to see during this 52 days of ritual. And I want you to think long and hard. For me, and I'm not being arrogant when I say this. But for me, nothing is impossible. So when you write or send me a message on my Instagram, because I wanted y'all to put it on this, but I don't feel like I'll be able to keep up with the writing to write all this down. That's why I said send me a message. And you can't message me on TikTok. I turn my messages off because I don't know. It was a kid in like Malaysia. She was nothing but like 5. I don't know how the hell she even got a TikTok, but she kept messaging me. And I'm talking about there were like 65 messages. And the messages went just like this. AJ, KC, AJ, ZB, 1275, CC, with a video. And I went to check my messages and I was like, who is this? And when I checked the page, I was like, oh, it's a child. Wild Wealthy Shaman is my Instagram. That's why it's not working. You can't click the one in my bio. I have to change it. And I'm going to change it when I get off of here. My Instagram is now Wild Wealthy Shaman. Wild Wealthy Shaman. Wild Wealthy Shaman. That's how you'll find me. I'm going to change it in a moment, okay? So if you want, you could just wait like 5 minutes after this live is over and then click it. I'll change it in a moment. So yeah, send me the ideas for the rituals that you would like to see during this 52 days. I'm going to challenge myself to do all 52 days, no matter what. All 52 days will be done. They have to be done. I'm ready to reach new levels in ability, in abundance, in peace, and in my brand. Wild Wealthy Shaman. We going in. I'm also going to be offering some deals on big group sessions, like big group coaching calls. I re-downloaded Telegram. We're going to do that. During this 52 days, I'm going hard, bro. You thought this was all I was going to do? No. I'm also going to offer big group sessions on the business inspiration sessions. And we're going to do that on Telegram also. There's a lot of stuff that I cannot do on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. And I understand that. So I'm going to take a lot of this stuff to the private space so that nobody's blocking it out. And it's going to be extremely discounted. I don't want to hear you can't afford it. $45 ain't nothing for a session that's going to change your life. Big group session where I'm talking to everybody. It's going to change everything. I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table. So for those of you that's really rocking with me, yeah. And sometime during this 52 days of ritual, somebody getting $1,000, like from me. Somebody's getting $1,000 from me. I haven't decided on what day that's going to be. It's going to be a surprise. I'm going to let Spirit prompt me when it's time. I'm like, all right, today's the day you do it. And depending on the amount of donations I get for the ritual, I might do that a few times. It don't bother me to bless people. It bothers me when people think they don't deserve to be blessed. And $1,000 look good for a lot of people right now. You know what I'm saying? So by the end of the 52 days, sometime during this 52 days, somebody getting $1,000. Somebody getting $1,000. Spirit said, test yourself. I can't stand when you do me that way. Because I got to live up to the word. Somebody's getting $1,000. That's just a random blessing, a random gift. And somebody else is going to receive $500 towards their business. I hear you, Spirit. Jesus Christ. And somebody else is going to receive $500 towards Christmas. That's 2 racks. Yeah, these donations better go up. They better go up. Spirit, you wrong for that. You wrong for that. I said 1,000. Spirit said double it. Double it. Don't test my faith. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It don't really matter to me. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm going to run it back. One of these days during the 52 days of ritual, which means when that money hits my account, I just got to put it to the side. Did you know PayPal has savings now? I'll just put it in the savings. Okay. When that money hits my account, I'm going to put aside $2,000. Somebody random will get 1,000. Another person will get $500 towards their business. And another person will get $500 towards Christmas for their children. You know what I'm saying? Spirit, leave me alone now. No. Like, go on somewhere with all of that. How much is the question? Who are you? Like, who are you? And then somebody else will get $200 towards food for Thanksgiving. I'm so tired of Spirit right now. I'm going to need Spirit to go ahead and leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Because I know y'all don't celebrate. A lot of people don't really celebrate Thanksgiving and stuff like that. But $200 towards some food could really help you. I know people who get food stamps, and the food stamps still ain't enough. Especially those who are trying to change their diets, like you're trying to eat more vegan or alkaline or even plant-based or vegetarian. You're trying to change up what you're eating altogether, and your food bill has gotten a little more expensive. I want help with that. This 52 days is finna be a huge blessing train. Like, I know people. I know people who are going through that right now. And it sucks because that assistance is supposed to assist you. The only thing it's assisting you with is higher levels of stress. So be on the lookout for it. It all depends on how the people come in and participate with these donations, because these are donation-based rituals. I'm not just taking money from people. You're paying for a ritual, okay? Somebody just sent me $777 for the spoil me. That's crazy. And it is so. So, Antonio, if you remember what I just said, please text that to my phone, because I'll forget. And somebody be like, I thought you were sending $1,000 to a person. Who said that? Spirit said that. I ain't say nothing. I'll forget. I'll really forget. Like, I'll blink it. Somebody text it to my phone. The phone number's on my website. Text it to my phone and remind me. So $1,000 blessing for somebody random, $500 towards someone's business, $500 towards someone's Christmas, $200 towards someone's Thanksgiving. Jesus. When you break it apart, it sounds like so much, but it ain't nothing but $2,200. But that's what I want to do. Wait till I'm touching Oprah Winfrey money. Woo, you just wait. You just wait. You'll get a car. You'll get a car. You get a house. You get a house. And then for the haters that come in here who dislike me, I'm going to buy them something too. I'm going to buy them a leash and a collar. Listen, walk your ass on about my life. He walking your dog. Yeah. I'm on some whole other stuff, y'all. I'm ready to do it major. I'm ready to do it major. You hear me? You're welcome. Just understand for the next 51 days, we're not just doing affirmation lives, which is why I want to pack it out, y'all. We're not just doing affirmation lives. It's a full-blown ritual where there will be activations, teachings, and channelings and question answerings. So, because I don't want nobody to think, man, I sent him a donation. What did he really do for me? Hella, if you were listening. Excuse me. Thank you, Spirit. Hella, if you were listening. Like, I did a lot if you were listening. Because I'm channeling in groups and I'm running through y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm running through y'all like, hey, so who's this for? What's that about? What's that energy there? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, did a lot. And I'm going to continue to do a lot. I'm not slowing down. I'm only going to pick up the pace. So make sure y'all text me messages to my Instagram. Text me messages, huh? Text me messages, huh? Text me messages, huh? That's a text. Idiot. Text me messages, huh? Send me messages. Either you can text my phone or send me a message on Instagram. Damn. Send me a message on Instagram about what rituals y'all want to see. And out of the messages I receive, I will pick tomorrow's ritual. Okay? Y'all really gonna be picking these rituals. Besides the one Spirit already told me, y'all gonna be picking the rituals during these 52 days. So I want y'all to really think on it before you message me. It can be a bunch. I don't care how many you list. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no limit. But my phone number is on my website, or you could just send me a message to my Instagram. But y'all gonna be channeling what rituals are needed. So in this time, understand that this is a safe space. So I need y'all to be transparent. I don't care what it is, because ain't nobody in a right mind gonna come in here and judge y'all. Okay, somebody in a wrong mind might try it, but like nobody in a right mind gonna come in here and judge y'all. What do you want us to do with the paper? Keep it. Don't throw it away. None of that. Sit it somewhere. Don't burn it. None of that. Sit it somewhere and leave it there. I don't care if you throw it behind the TV and it fall on the floor and you don't see it again until you clean behind your TV. Just sit it somewhere. We're going to operate in spoil me energy the whole 52 days. Like the whole 52. We're going to operate in I deserve energy the whole 52. We're going to operate in it is for me energy the whole 52. Okay? Tonight, I don't want you to get rid of the piece of paper. I was thinking about what you should do with it. Spirit said nothing. Keep it. Matter of fact, ladies, fold it, put it in your purse or your wallet. Fellas, fold it, put it in your pocket. And every day, when you change pants with that note and put it in the new pair of pants. You know what I'm saying? Ladies that put stuff in your bra, don't put it in your bra. You don't want to sweat the paper out. It's going to look real weird. Then you're going to throw it away. Pay attention to my instructions. Put it somewhere where you're not going to get rid of it. If it just so happens that you accidentally destroy the piece of paper, just rewrite it. The connector is not the paper. The connector is the energy of I deserve that you're going to be sitting in. Okay? That's I deserve. I want y'all to wait till tomorrow. Y'all gonna start seeing how people are going to start spoiling you. And if somebody tells you you're beautiful, don't say, no, I'm not. Say thank you. Accept the truth for what it is so that you can be ready to accept the bigger blessings that are on their way. Ashe. What about a binder? Put it in there. If you have a laminator machine, because I know some of y'all got the little, Cricut or circuit machines? Laminate that thing and put it in a binder. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all crafty like that. Oh, crafty asses. I'm going to need y'all services, though. I'm going to need y'all services real soon. So just let me know if you got one of them machines. And I just want to learn how to use it. I'll pay you to teach me. It's okay if you don't have the paper, if you don't have it or you weren't here to hear me tell you what to put on the paper, just come back tomorrow and I'll remind you tomorrow because it's going with us the whole 52 days. So I'm going to remind you often, okay? Like even the code itself, like I'm just going to keep it. The code though, you could at least write that on a piece of paper. 58, 65, 56. 58, 65, 56. 58, 65, 56. because the message might change. You might find there's 52 different pieces of paper that you're going to write on, because these rituals that I'm doing during this 52 days, you will be participating in. I'm not doing all the work, because a true master of self understands that I'm not only doing the work for you, but I'm teaching you how to do the work for yourself from here on out. We're doing a bunch, shadow work, all that kind of stuff. What y'all getting is a light version of 7 days of self-mastery. Very light. For those in here who know what the 7 days of self-mastery is, it's the very light version, but it's still heavy. So come prepared. Invite a friend. Tell your homegirl, stop being stubborn. Come get this work. Tell your homeboy he not too cool to heal. Come get this work. Come get this work. All right? I love each and every one of you. I hope you have an amazing rest of your evening. 58, 65, 56. Have an amazing rest of your evening. All I want to hear tomorrow when I go on live is good report. So pay attention to how you're being spoiled. It may not always be money, but it's going to always be sweet like honey. You understand? Sprinkle me, man. But yeah. I love y'all so much. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your evening. Text me if you need me. Hit my website for services and the lectures I got available on there. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. Y'all in a whole new world now. Right. It may not always be money, but it's always going to be sweet like honey. Y'all can write that down. Bars. Peace. Holla at me.